Madonna Collingwood. I am the founder and creator of Studio Institute Denver.
Hi, I'm Kaylin Blair, owner and founder of AOK Resumes and Career Coaching.
Hi, I'm Mayan, and I'm an intern in Studio Institute Typically Last.
So, as a career coach, understanding the importance of internships in the overall career pathway and job search experience is super important because it's a really good way to get your foot in the door as well as to get your feet wet with an experience to see if you really like it and want to pursue this career pathway or not, as well as making the networking connections to be able to do so when you are ready to.
I require an internship for all of my students, and it's the last class that they take in the program to get kind of that entry level position, as you said, and kind of like get their foot in the door and start to build networks. In case they want to freelance or design independently, they can build a network, and then also to kind of climb the corporate ladder and move into higher level positions.
Definitely. Companies are much more likely to hire an intern that they've already trained, they're already familiar with, than to hire somebody externally for when a higher level position does open. So it's an advantage from the inside. It's a great way to also get references and referrals. So even if there's not an opportunity within the company you're interning with, chances are you'll have a great recommendation if somebody knows of another opportunity with another company. So it opens that many more doors for you. So typically, in the college experience, there's internships that are available, but they are often either unpaid or worse, you don't get paid for the work and you have to pay for the credits for the internship on top of it. If you're lucky at an average in-state school, the average credit hour is about $300 per credit. At an out-of-state or private institution, it could be up to $1,000 per credit. So at that point, you are paying somebody else in order for you to have that internship experience. That adds on to your overall level of tuition, which for many of us, myself included, we've had to take out student loans to pay for that tuition. So you might be paying back your internship tuition for many years into the future if done through a traditional college or university.
Right. So my internships are a lot less logistically intensive because it's already built into the program. So you don't have to pay for a certain amount of credit hours or do a certain amount of hours to pay for the credit. Okay.
How do your students typically find internships? Because often it can be challenging for a student who doesn't know where to look, whether they're searching for internships like they are searching for a typical entry-level job, whether it's through a college or university. Sometimes they have a very small set of internships available to students based on like a university-specific job board or their own network connections. So what does that look like for SID students?
It's kind of a combination of efforts. The first few weeks of the internship class, they work with me together on getting their resume and cover letter and portfolios ready. And then we work on emailing different firms, reaching out to people that they know, people that I know. And I also get a lot of companies that reach out to me asking for interns and asking for me to place qualified candidates with their positions. So it's a combined effort of reaching out to companies and then also looking at the companies that are reaching out to me.
So that takes a lot of legwork off of the students themselves. They have your support to find those internships and to get placed with reputable companies where they know they'll get valuable experience and won't be exploited for unpaid labor.
Exactly.
Excellent. Oh, what are some of the success stories that you've had with internship placement in the past? What kind of opportunities have students found, and what opportunities have they found after the internship as well?
Right now, I have a student who found a client just by reaching out through the connections that they had, and they're actually able to start a residential remodel while they're in my internship program. And I'm working with them as the project manager on that job. So we're working together on getting the blueprints, getting measurements, doing the remodel. We're doing some scheduling, some estimating. So that's probably my biggest success story right now is I have a student that was able to go out and get their own freelance job through their internship at my school.
That's awesome. It sounds like that's a lot of really practical hands-on experience that they might not be able to get in a classroom otherwise.
Right.
Would you say that that's one of the biggest benefits of having your students participate in these internships?
Definitely getting the hands-on experience. It's one thing to work with SketchUp and Revit and learn the programs in school, but it's totally different to have to manage a schedule, walk a job site, work with general contractors and installers. So it really helps get them prepared to get that hands-on experience.
How long do those internships typically last through your program?
The internship class in total is 3 months long, but it really depends on each student. Some people have the availability to work 30 hours a week on an internship, and some people just do a few hours a week.
Yeah. And again, it sounds like they're getting really hands-on, valuable, tangible experience, which I think is the most important piece of an internship. Like, as a career coach, I've seen lots of different internships on resumes. I've had 3 different internships myself over the years, and there's a big difference between when you're actually gaining that hands-on experience and learning something on the ground in real time versus when you're just kind of an extra at a company, when they don't have much of a purpose for you, when you just get coffee and make copies. It sounds like that is not the kind of internship that SID students are getting. They're definitely getting the more hands-on experience that they deserve.
Right, I agree.
What's kind of the procedure for the students who are currently going through the internship program in your class? Do they also have to fill out an internship agreement? Is there anything like that?
There is an internship agreement. It's more between the intern and I than the intern and the company. But it's just them detailing what company they're working for, what they're going to be doing, and how many hours they're agreeing to do. Should I talk about the hourly requirements or no?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So to finish the internship class, it is a 50-hour requirement, but to graduate, they have to complete 35 hours. So that way my students can complete half of their internship, do their graduation, and then complete the rest during summer if they want to.
Do a lot of students take advantage of that option?
I haven't got there yet, honestly.
You're in your first round of interns right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are they doing?
So far, they are doing well. I do have one student set to graduate in about a month and a half. So she's really working on getting her portfolio together and being ready to present at our final networking event. And then I have another student who isn't even in the internship class yet, but she's been getting opportunities to work. So she's taking advantage and just getting her credit hours early.
That's awesome. How does the internship experience differ from your construction management students versus your interior design students?
There's a lot of similarities, but the biggest difference is that my interior design students are able to take a project all the way to finishes. So beyond the built-in fixtures and the equipment, they're able to select window treatments, wall coverings, artwork, furniture. The construction management students focus more on project management, estimation, supervision, and they will select certain elements, like this is going to have a raw unfinished concrete floor, and then they stop there. They don't go as far as to what kind of chairs and tables we're going to put into a room.
That makes sense. Are there any specific companies you have as like go-tos to recommend students to do their internships at?
There's a few different companies that I work with that reach out to me for interns, but I do have a handful of students that do their internships with me. So I help them, it's mostly students that are wanting to freelance or be entrepreneurs. So I help them set up their online presence and their online branding and show them how to get jobs, how to bid on jobs, what freelance sites are good, which ones I don't recommend using.
So when they're your intern, you're essentially their mentor. Like they get that one-on-one support to learn how to be a freelancer and an entrepreneur in this industry.
Right. So
That's pretty rare.
yeah. So Ayoung's internship, she is interning for the school, so it's a little bit different. She's learning about being a professor, running a company. She's helping me with grading and organizing my files. She proctors my exams. But the students that are wanting to be freelancers or entrepreneurs, their internships with me are focused on getting that online portfolio and online presence and showing them how to bid on jobs, how to do virtual interior design, and how they could make money and get design jobs on their own after the program.
That's really an incredible amount of support to have, especially as a one-on-one intern. That's very rare in the professional world and definitely something to be taken advantage of. Within the students that you have had as interns, as well as the students that you support in finding external internships throughout the Denver metro community, what would you say students need the most support with in terms of the internship application process?
I would say definitely the emailing, which sounds pretty simple, but it is about researching and finding the companies that don't necessarily have a job ad up on Indeed or LinkedIn, but actually finding companies. And it's sort of like a cold call, but it's an email. Sending an email, attaching your portfolio, and kind of writing that description about yourself, about this is what I'm interested in, this is where I go to school, this is the projects I've worked on, and I'm looking for this type of an internship. And it's sending a lot of those emails to a lot of different companies.
Yeah, that can definitely be a lot to keep track of who you've sent what information has been included, how to really pitch yourself in those emails for an internship opportunity, as well as sending the portfolio and resume and things like that. It's a lot to pull together. Plus general like netiquette of writing that kind of formal email and making sure it's well received. That's essentially your introduction, your first impression. It's very important.
Right.
So, okay. As an intern in Studios December, I was this for school. Being able to work at home or in office with flexible work hours works for me great. Once I get into the office, I set up. I choose to set up in wherever, and I get to help social media marketing and helping students and helping setting up these classes.
So then out of all of the students that you have in your program at Studio Institute Denver, it's really important for the internship to be relevant to the job and the career field that they want. Would you say that all of your students think their internships are really relevant to the career path that they are pursuing?
I think that the internships are definitely really relevant. And I even have some students who can't fit it into their schedule to work for free. That's just not going to work for them and what they have going on in their life. So I'll work with them on an entry level position and count that as an internship. So some students will work even in a showroom, like maybe Kitchen and Floor Concepts or Ethan Allen, and they'll work there part time as they're building up their experience in their resume, and we'll count that as an internship.
That's an incredible level of flexibility. Being able to know that you have a paid opportunity is huge. And I know that unpaid internships can be really intimidating for students, especially, if you're taking time to be in classes, there's often not time to also work. And if there is, you can't afford to not get paid for that hard earned work and those hours that are put in. So that seems like a really great way to kind of get the best of both worlds so that students still have the support that they need while also getting the experience that they deserve and getting paid for their work too.
Right.
I can see how that's a huge benefit of having the internship built into the program so that there's never a question about whether or not the experience is relevant, whether or not the experience is worth it. That's essentially guaranteed that it's relevant and that there's some level of pay and that it's all going to contribute to the larger career path that they're pursuing through these programs. Is there anything else that we should know about how they're built into the program, additional benefits of the program, and what maybe FAQs that students might have about internships as they're enrolling in your program?
A lot of students ask about the schedule or how they're going to fit it in when they're taking a full course load of 12 credit hours of classes. And a lot of my students right now are on spring break, so they don't have any classes this week. So that would be like a full-time week at their internship, so they can get in those 30 hours of internship hours.
That also seems like a good practice week of a full-time job right before they're done with school, so they know what to expect and how to manage their time and how to plan for it differently than an academic schedule.
Right.
So as a career coach who partners with Studio Institute Denver, if any current SID students need any support with internship applications, maybe drafting that initial email to reach out to organizations to see if there's internship opportunities available, I can absolutely support with writing that email, as well as any resume and cover letter content support to make sure that all of your strengths are accurately communicated and highlighted and really tailored to these very specific industries so that you can land the best opportunities at hand. I can also support with LinkedIn optimization so that if you have any outreach opportunities to ask employers or potential companies about opportunities via LinkedIn, you know that your profile is strong and attractive to anybody who might come by it. Given that internships are built into this program, we know that they are essential for career success. We know that that's how students are going to get hands-on and relevant experience related to construction management, interior design, and everything in between. By having these internships really built into SID's program, students are guaranteed to get that experience while having academic support all along the way and not having to worry about any of the logistic stress of finding the internships or doing any unpaid work for an experience that's not related to what they really want to be doing. And by having a career coach in partnership, you know that you really have all the support that you need throughout the application process, as well as how to communicate those skills on your resume for the world beyond the internship itself.
That was good. You're good at podcasts.
Thanks. If any current or future SID students would like to pursue an internship and partner with me as your career coach, you would get a 10% discount because of the existing partnership between AOK Resumes and SID. So it's really an irresistible opportunity to help you land the opportunities of your dreams while also giving you the discount as a student so that, again, you can get the opportunity you deserve without really emptying out your pockets along the way. I didn't love emptying out your pockets, but that's just what came out of my mouth. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Madonna with Studio Institute or me, Kaylin, with AOK, and we'd be happy to point you in the right direction for your next internship.
All right. Sounds good.